Hi, this is Doug from Dynamic Computing, and welcome to episode 72 of 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast. This week, I want to make a really special announcement. The Amiga Art Contest 2020 is on. Last year's art contest was quite successful, and we had dozens of submissions in our 3 categories. And this year, we want to make it even bigger and more fantastic so more people can enjoy it. I came up with the idea for the Amiga Art Contest last year. I was trying to think of a way we could maybe bring community members together and all do something together. And since the Amiga is the computer for the creative mind, this was a logical step. Now, I'm not much of an artist myself. I do a lot of photography and I do a lot of image editing on my Amiga. So I wanted to have somebody help me out with the contest who was truly experienced as an Amiga pixel artist and somebody who is well known in the community. And I picked Pixel Vixen. And the partnership between Tenmark and Pixel Vixen in the Amiga Art Contest was created. Oops, wrong picture. Sorry, Vicky. Vicky, as you know, is a very prolific pixel artist in the Amiga community, and she does a lot of work on her Amiga 600, and now that she's in Japan, on her WinUAE machine, to create artwork for the Amiga community. She offers some fantastic live streams and some fantastic YouTube videos on how to create pixel art for yourself, how to do everything from scratch. And she also has a new series that's come out in the past couple of months that's going over a lot of the really great features of the Amiga OS operating system. Like just a week or two ago, she did a great series on data types, and I learned a ton of stuff that I never knew before. Subscribe to her channel, check it out. Last year we had 3 categories for the art contest. We had the hand-drawn art, we had the photo editing, and we had the 3D and ray tracing category. This year, we're adding a new creative category, mod files. So if you create music on your Amiga, whether it's a mod file or something different, we want to hear it. Send it on in, and that is going to be the 4th tier of our competition this year. Let me explain each category. The first one, and the one that seems to be the most popular, is the hand-drawn art. Anything that you create in DeluxePaint, Photon Paint, Brilliance, whatever, any of the Amiga art packages, like this bit right here where I created a little spaceship in a star field right there. Anything you create by yourself, send it on in. We want to see it. Anything from 2-color images up to ham 8 images and 1440 by 480 resolution, create it, send it in, we want to take a look. For the photographics category, find a way to bring photographs into your Amiga, like I do on a lot of my shows, whether it's DCTV or DigiView or VLab or just taking JPEG images on a CF card and bringing them in. There's so many solutions to do that. And bring the photographs in and then do something creative with them. Don't just submit a photograph, but have some fun with it, create something with it, alter it in some way that's unique to the Amiga, and send that on in. There are many tools like AdPro, the new image effects that Amiga Kid is selling for $30 that do a fantastic job of bringing in images and then doing creative things with them. Now, if you use an RTG system on your Amiga, like the one that's included with the Vampire, or a traditional RTG card for your big box Amiga, fine. Do a 24-bit photographic quality picture. Send that on in. As long as it's been modified on an Amiga, that's all we care about. Next, we have the 3D and ray tracing category. Now, the Amiga back in the late 80s was doing things with 3D ray tracing that no other machine could touch anywhere close to its price range. Next step up would be $10,000 to get a machine that could do what the Amiga did. We want to bring those days back. Create a great 3D image in Turbo Silver, Imagine, Lightwave. There are so many packages out there that do a fantastic job. And if you want to do a 3D animation, a cool scrolling text or a spaceship flying, send it on in. Anything to do with 3D is great. I'd consider having the 3D animation and the 3D static images as 2 separate categories, but we want to keep things simple. Next up is our new category, which are mod files, which are just absolutely fantastic on the Amiga. Our Paula, being 35 years old, still sounds fantastic, and she does a great job with both old mod files and the new ones that people are creating all the time. Come up with some great music, or submit something you created 20, 30 years ago. That's okay too. We don't mind if it's old stuff, as long as it's original music that you've done on your Amiga. More power to you. Send those mod files in. We'd love to have them. Now, if you want to do other audio on the Amiga, that's fine too. If you want to do a full karaoke song using your Amiga 1000 with a perfect sound digitizer, have at it. Have fun. As long as it's audio and music related and it's original work, send it on in. We would love to have it in the competition. As far as file formats, if you can get them to me in IFF format for like the pictures and things like that, that's the best way to do it, because I am going to be, during the live stream presentation of it, showing them off on real Amiga hardware. That's the only way to do it. If you can't do it as an IFF file, no problem. Send them as a JPEG, PNG, whatever you need to do. But know that I'm probably going to convert it back to IFF, and I want to lose as little quality as I can in the transitions. So if you can do IFF, fantastic. If you want to send in an animation, that's fine. You can do animations either for the hand-drawn or the 3D category. A standard anim file is best, but if you need to send it in as an MP4, or you want to send it in as an AGA blaster file, or just link me to a YouTube video, no problem at all. Submit them. Now, it doesn't even have to be new work. If you created a picture back in 1988, like I did with my little spaceship here, fine, send it in. We'd love to see what you did back in the day when you used your Amiga in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, whenever. As long as it's original and you did it, that's all we're asking. And if you don't think you're a good Amiga artist, that's okay. We're not here to judge. Wait, no, actually, yeah, we are here to judge. Sorry about that. But we really do want you to send it in. Even if you don't think it's the greatest thing in the world, we want to make this as big a community event as we can. So send it in anyways, and we're going to present it on the live stream. I know not everything can be as artistic and brilliant as Vegas Robot was. I mean, nobody's expecting this level of quality from anybody, you know. What can I say? A new aspect of the Amiga Art Contest this year is we're having our patrons be able to vote with us. Last year it was just Vicky and I, and we were arm wrestling from 5,000 miles away over who we felt were the best in the competition. This year we're actually having her patrons and my patrons be involved in the voting, so they're going to be able to look at each picture, vote on each one, and that's going to help us tally up who's going to win. And speaking of winners, what are the prizes going to be for this year? I mean, we don't want to just give you an old pat on the back and an attaboy. We got some real stuff this year. We're going to be offering first and second place prizes in each category, okay? And this year, we had our pal Luke from RetroReady.1 come through and donate several of the prizes for the categories. He's donating a GoTech drive. He's donating a CF to IDE adapter. He's got a couple of his really cool dust covers for the Amiga 1200 and Amiga 600 that he's donating. So I really appreciate RetroReady.1, and take a look at his shop. He's got some of the coolest new stuff available for the Amiga. And as a grand prize, as the big old best of show grand prize, our friend Iju Arana has offered up a version 1.5 of the Unamiga FPGA board for the Amiga 500 case or the Checkmark case. That's cool. Now, if you've seen my review on it a few weeks ago, you'll know exactly what it is. But in a nutshell, this little board, you see it right here, it fits right in an Amiga 500 case, and this is the equivalent of a 68020 running at 25 megahertz with 20 megs of RAM and 2 megs of chip RAM, full AGA graphics, built-in basically GoTech emulation, so you can use ADF files, built-in hard drive emulation. You can use HDF files, hook it up to a VGA monitor, use a PS2 keyboard and mouse if you want, or use a real Amiga keyboard and mouse and real joysticks. This is a fantastic device, and I am so thankful that Edu offered this up as the grand prize. Really awesome. And check out his website because he has some of the neatest things, not just for the Amiga, but for 8-bit computers too. He's got some cool stuff. I'm also going to be submitting a few things as prizes. These, Amiga Forever and C64 Forever, were donated graciously by Michael from Clowanto at the Amy West show, and this is going to be one of the prizes. One of them is going to be the C64 Forever, one of them is going to be the Amiga Forever, and this is the full DVD version, the expensive one. I'm also going to be giving a couple of the new 10 mark coffee mugs away with anything past 10 minutes is just bonus content right on the back. These are kind of cool. The AmigaArtwork.com website is live now. Here's a link to it, and you see it right there. It is live right now. It's changing all the time. I'm making changes to it all the time. But it's got our new poster, which you've seen at the beginning of the video, and here it is again. And this poster was done by none other than Kevin Saunders, or Invent71. And my goodness, he's been such a help on this project. I really appreciate it, Kevin. Check out his stuff. Check out the Iridium game that he's currently working on. Check out like the Reshoot R game that he's worked on in the past. He's done some incredible stuff for the community. To submit your original Amiga artwork, just send me an email to art@amigaartwork.com. And no, my name's not Art. No, my name's not Mark, it's Doug, but art@amigaartwork.com. Send it to me in an IFF file, JPEG file, zip it up, whatever you want to do. If you've got something too big for email or you want to send it a different way, just send me an email and I'll get you a Dropbox link. You can just send it over Dropbox if you want to. The Amiga is as strong as it's ever been. The community is as strong as it's ever been. And we want you to create something beautiful with your Amiga. I don't care if it's an actual Amiga hardware. I don't care if it's a Mister, a Vampire, WinUAE, FSUAE, a new Amiga from our pals at AEON. As long as it's got the Amiga logo on there someplace and you created it on that, we're good. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I really appreciate it. You guys just go the extra mile to make sure that these shows continue on in as high as quality as possible, and things like the Amiga Art Contest can actually take place. So again, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate everything you do. If you want to become a patron, just pop on over to patreon.com/10mark, and you can sign up for as little as $2 a month. And visit Vicky too. She is well worth checking out at patreon.com/Pixel Vixen. Please tell your friends about this. Please share this as many places as you can. I'm going to be putting it on Twitter. I'm going to be putting it on Facebook and on a lot of the forums, and you guys will probably get sick and tired of hearing about it, but I want everyone to know about it and know that they're welcome to join in the contest. This is especially important this year. This is the 35th anniversary of the Amiga computers, and we were going to be celebrating it all year long with shows all around the world, which unfortunately most of them had to be canceled because of COVID. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to get together virtually and share our love of the Amiga. But please like this and subscribe and share it. Follow me on Twitter at 10mark1. But until next time, this is Doug from 10 Minute Amiga Retrocast, signing out.